Hello, my name is Mark Arbisman, and I'm a partner with ThrottleNet, a Microsoft certified partner specializing in .NET solutions and technologies. Today, we'll be showing you Auraplayer web services and how we can utilize them in a .NET application. Auraplayer is a system that allows you to take existing Oracle Forms applications and expose them as web services to the internet. In a web service format, we can now utilize the Oracle Forms data in any technology that supports SOAP-based or RESTful web services. In this demo, we're going to focus on ASP.NET MVC version 5. We show you how you can easily consume the web services using them for transactions and even data visualizations. When using Auraplayer, you have the options of using SOAP-based or RESTful web services. And with REST, you can easily choose to consume JSON or XML data. In this demo, we'll use JSON. We'll be using ASP.NET MVC components called Kendo UI, provided by a .NET Tools developer called Telerik. Their components greatly simplify the development process. This demo assumes some knowledge of .NET MVC and is not a tutorial on how to create MVC applications. We're just trying to show how Auraplayer allows seamless communication from one platform to another. So to show simple tasks like creating, reading, updating, and deleting, I chose to implement the web services using Telerik's Kendo UI grid. So as you can see, the grid is showing data from our Auraplayer web service. And this grid's nice because any data manipulation can be done in one place. The grid can sort, filter, handle paging, and even group the data. And we've built this grid to be as efficient as possible, leveraging ASP.NET MVC. The grid and the MVC controller work together to only show the data the user expects to see. So if we set our page size to 10 and sort by name, the grid and the controller will only process the necessary records. And this efficiency allows us to handle potentially thousands of records smoothly and consistently. Now we'll show you a little bit of code. So here you can see the MVC view to display the grid. To perform a GET transaction, we configure the grid to talk to our home controller using the Kendo UI data source built into the component. The JavaScript for the component is very simple. We first define the columns with properties from our ASP.NET customer model. We then define the data source. And for the read action of the grid, we specify the GET method in the home controller. MVC takes care of all the routing to get us into the method for the server. And once we're on the server, all the tools .NET developers are familiar with are available. We can use the HTTP client to call our Auraplayer web service. In this case, we're using the default customer search service and not specifying any filters, which will bring back all customer results. I decided to use a strongly typed object to parse the JSON result from the Auraplayer web service, but you could use generics if you like. After we build our .NET objects from JSON, we then translate the data to a generic list of customer model objects. Then we use the JSON result features of MVC to send properly formatted JSON back to the Kendo UI grid. The grid takes care of everything else from there. It automatically handles communication, so we only send back the data we need. And when you deploy your Auraplayer to your Forms app, it will create services not only for data retrieval, but for insert, update, and delete transactions as well. These are handled in very much the same way as the read method. The actions are assigned the controller and methods the same way we use them in the read method. And then we map back to the server the same way we mapped back for the read method as well. Here you can see the update method, handling the data passed back, and then calling the update web service method. By using the Kendo UI components, we are provided a very rich API, but we're also provided the ability to adapt our data to visual components, such as charts and maps. These components are well suited for familiar tasks many of us have encountered, such as the dashboard. Many times, we as developers are asked to take an existing data set and distill it down to a well-organized and aesthetically pleasing format. We can easily take the Auraplayer web services and plug them directly into a dashboard application using Kendo UI and ASP.NET MVC. Here you can see we created a simple dashboard showing a list of customers. When you select a customer on the navigation on the left, you'll be shown a small customer profile and a graph showing their total orders by year. These components are using the same web services as our grid from the previous example, only this time we can leverage the Kendo UI components to quickly create the data visualizations. In the view of the application, you can see how we created a simple list view to display the data returned from the customer web service, and we use CSS to style and set up scrolling. Further down, we declare a chart component that uses an order model object from our MVC application for data binding. We set the visual components such as title, alignment, legend information, and we use properties from our orders model to set the data information. Very similar to the grid, we specify our controller method getOrders in our dashboard controller class for the data source. On the back end, it's again very similar to the grid example. We call our Auraplayer web service. This time, it's the orders web service, and we send a customer ID to filter the correct information. We also then take the response, translate it into a model object, our Aura order model object, and then create a generic list of model objects, and then return them back as JSON to the object itself. So the graph will take care of representing total orders by year and is updated when you select a different customer. With this demo, I hope you were able to see how adaptable the Auraplayer web services are to the ASP.NET environment using the framework's latest technologies. We were easily able to manipulate data via the robust web services Auraplayer provides. And I hope our dashboard example gives you some ideas of how you can mold your existing Oracle Forms application into something new and different. Thank you for your time, and I hope you found this demo very informative.
For more information, please feel free to contact us at support@auraplayer.com. Thank you.